In this video we will add in our categories these icons up here. We want the plus and the X, so I will just go to my favorite icon site, material icons, and here I have found the plus and I have found the X. So you can just find them at this site. Here's delete. So just click on SVG here, right click, copy link location, paste, and remove black and replace it with white. And you will save that file. And I did the same with the plus icon. So when you have done that, go to Android SVG to vector drawable and add the design files there, and you'll get some code. Copy the code, go to your layout, new layout resource file. No, I'm doing it wrong here. Go to drawable, new drawable resource file, easy menu action, and this was what was it named, the file? Add. And also have delete, but I want to copy this code first. Just paste it into this file. Then I will do the delete one. I don't think it worked. Okay, this is delete. Do the same, new drawable resource file, easy menu action, delete. Okay. Now go to menu, new, menu resource file, and write menu categories. Okay, I've already done that. So you have menu XMLNS Android http schemas.android.com/app/res/android. Then you need XMLNSB one more time, XMLNS app http schemas.android.com/apk/res auto. Okay, and we wanted the plus. So make an item Android ID action plus. The Android icon is see menu action add. So the item name can be action plus action add, and the title we need to put that in the strings. So we need a string for add. And we make one for delete. So let's go back to menu. Here is add. Okay. And as I'm in the wrong one. Here is add. Okay. I got the trash bin here. I'll try one more time. So just clean the project, maybe it will update. Doesn't look like it wants to be updated. Doesn't matter. No, it's correct now. Okay, let's go to Categories Fragment. So when we open Categories, we want the plus here. So on activity created, bundle save instant state, I wrote set has option menu true, and this creates the menu. Okay. And then I have another class underneath, on create options menu. And this makes the menu. This is inflate menu. So main activity, get menu inflator, inflate our menu, menu categories, menu. So let's try to run this now, and the menu should be inflated. And here we have it, but it's black. Why is it black? Should be white. Easy action add fill color. This is black. FFF. That should be white. Oh, and now it's white. The hexa color for white is only F, the hexa color for black is only 0. So I guess this is also the same, yeah. Delete should also be FFF. Okay, so when we press this button here, we want to do something. So I'll just show you how it's done in our home main activity. Then it's done with this on navigation item selected. So we need to make a similar method in our categories fragment. So to make the menu category, when we click on one of these, something should happen, and I have made it go for an X now. So this is the code. Just copy the X. have a menu item. So we just show you that it's on public boolean on options item selected, menu item, menu item. This is what we have so far, and I just wanted to show you that menu item is a number. Here's add. So it's not a number, it's a menu item. And this add comes from menu categories, and here is the title add. So let's go to main activity, and here you see you can get an ID from it. So let's try to get the ID. Int ID equals menu item dot get item ID. So let's try to write the ID, and we should get something like this, like a placement ID. And yeah, we got it. So if the ID equals, let's go to menu categories, action add, then we should move to that intent. Okay, so categories okay, this is a bit hard, but what we want to do is to move to a special class for making a new design, because we want to have a design where the person can actually insert a name and choose if it's parent or not. But for now, let's make it a text that we will go to menu add. Okay, go to menu add. Okay, let's just give the comment. Jones down selected. Just make a comment underneath here that action icon clicked on, and this one is creating action icon toolbar. So let's go to our categories, to our layout. We have something called Fragment Categories, so I just want to make a new layout. Fragment Categories add. And if you add a category, it's the same as if you edit a category. So I'll just call it add edit. So this will be or add an edit. So I was just thinking we can have text where it says name, and then text where it says parent, and then a submit button. Just look at sign up, how we did it in sign up. We made a scroll view and a liner view. So we'll do the same here. And then we want the text. Now we want a frame layout, just like in sign up. And here is also the error handling. So let's start with error handling. And then table layout. Actually, we don't need the error handling, we can actually just print it as a toast. So start with table layout. And first we want name. So I need to make the string. And then we want parent. No, this is the text name here. Looks very good. And then we want parent. And this is not an edit text, this should be a spinner. So make the string also, of course. This was the code for the spinner. Spinner current. Looks very good. And then we need a submit button. Just copy it. And it should say save or something like that. So we need that string, save. So let's try just to inflate this into our design. So it will be a name and then parent and then a save. And we are in categories fragment. So somewhere here we try to set a design. We make a method here. We call it create new category. So a public void create new category. And as you know, I like to have the comments. Okay, now we want the correct design. So I will try with the set content view. I don't know if it works. Okay, so we cannot use set content view. I will just Google it. Okay, before we continue, I just want to sum up what we have done. We went to the layout folder. We have created fragment categories and edit. And in this one, we have a text view, edit view for the name, and text view and spinner for the parent, and then a submit button. And we want to call that button button submit. Button category submit. Okay. So now we want to, when we click on the plus, to go to this design. So I will just launch Firefox. And we will go to Android on my website netport.com, and to set new layout in Fragment. Okay, the first thing we have to do is make a private view main view inside our Fragment class. So let's go to categories, Fragment, all the way up. And this is where we need to make the new variable, private view main view. Okay, so we have one method that uses a view, and it is somewhere down here. There are so many so many methods on this. This is the one, onGrant view, and it returns inflator with the fragment categories. So what we want to do is take our M view and say that it equals the M view that we just created up here. It equals this one, and we want to return the M view. Okay, so now we have stored this view inside our main view. Now we can add this write void set main view. We can create this method. So set main view. So private void set main view int id layout inflator layout inflator get activity get system service context layout inflator service main view inflator r layout.id null, and this is wrong because it should only be id. Null view group root view group get view root view remove all views root view.add view main view. So it takes whatever we put in here and changes it. So we actually had a listener that wanted to create, we had an on options item selected, and when we pressed the action add, this one, we will go to the method create new category. So the first thing we want to do is change the view. So we'll use set main view, and now we want to send in the ID. Okay, so we have to get the ID, and it's an integer. Int ID equals to r dot layout frag r dot layout, and it's called Fragment Categories add edit. So let's send in that to the set main view. Let's launch the application now. Categories, add, and we change the view. I just want to move these two methods further up. Doesn't really matter, but I think I want to have them up here after the on activity created. Okay. So let's create the rest of the create new category. So I'm thinking we should have a listener for, we should fill the spinner. Categories. And the spinner can only be parent categories. So we need to open the database. Get activity here, and we need to close the database. So we want to do a query. So I'll just copy this query. And we only want the parent ID equals 0. And I want to make a new cursor. DB cursor. Okay, so let's look at how to populate a spinner from Java. So we'll first make a string, convert a cursor to string, so array spinner categories, use new string. Actually we can just we need the size also. Int db cursor sort count equals db cursor get count. So the new string should be of the same as the cursor. So let's just save now and just see that we don't get any errors. No errors yet, so that's good. So let's look through the DB cursor. And fill the spinner array with DB cursor we need the name of the DB cursor, get string, one, which is the name, to string, and of course this doesn't work, so let's hope this works. We can just check. No errors, that's good. Okay, then we'll find the spinner and just fill it. Spinner parent. And this should be changed to get activity. Find view by ID doesn't work anymore. This is not easy. So I think it's get activity dot find view by ID. Yeah. So let's just try this and see. Oh, and we actually have bread for everything, so we have to move to next, debit cursor dot move to next. Categories plus, and here we have everyone. So this is for making subcategory, but you also want one that says that this is parent. So the array should be db cursor plus 1. And we make this is parent. So 0 should be nothing. So then we have to start on number 1. And go to this plus 1, I think. I think this should be correct. Yeah, this is parent, or we can choose another parent. So cool. So I think we only want a dash. Just to show that none of them are parents. So actually we are converting here, and here we are just creating array. This is closed database. Okay, let's make a listener for the save button. Button listener. And we have to use get activity dot find view by ID. And the button is called button categories submit. And what do we want to do? We want to make a new method. Create a new category submit or on-click listener, on-click, submit on-click. And here we need to take in the text. Here text name. So edit text and text name equals to edit text get activity dot find view by ID r dot ID dot text name name, and then we need to find the parent. Let's concentrate about name first. So we'll convert it to string. String edit text name equals to string name. It equals to edit text name dot get text to string. So if the string is equal to nothing, and make a toast message that this is this has to be filled in with something. Please fill in a string name. Now a category name, a name. So we make an arrow up here. And we set the arrow to 1 if there is some error. So next is that we need to get the spinner ID. So I think we can only, I think we can get the text actually. We don't need ID. Text is just as good. So get activity dot spinner parent. So you see now we get everything we have made all the time. So this is why it's good to have good names for it. Maybe it even shouldn't be named spinner category parent. I think we should change it to that. Spinner category parents. So the string of the spinner category parent equals to this. Okay. Now let's try to save it into the database. If error equals to 0, then we can save it. So just go to DB adapter. So it was insert table fields values. Okay. db.insert. Oh, I don't have the database open here, so I need to open database. And then I need to close database. So back to DB adapter. The field was the categories. Field names underscore ID. Category name. Parent ID. Null for the ID. And now we need a name, so we need string name SQL equals to string name dot db dot quote smart string name. So we need this should of course be string input equals to null plus the string name plus parent. And now we need something called parent ID. So we need to look into the database for the parent ID. So actually we can just open the database up here and close it down here. So if string category parent equals to this one, then we know that the ID is 0. So int parent ID equals to 0. 0. If not, then we actually have to find the parent from the database. So we do a string, then we call parent SQL equals to db.quotesmart. And now I want to select. Why is there something ready? Oh, I forgot this one. I want to select from the database. So I need a cursor. Find parent ID. db.select from the table categories, and we need the fields. And our where is where the category name equals to string parent category parent SQL. So let's try to print this one. Post.make text. Get activity. Parent ID dot get string 1 to string length dot long dot show. Let's remove the db insert now. So this will be very interesting to see if we can get the correct parent ID. Categories, new. So let's have bread. ID is bread. That is correct. So let's have nothing. It's nothing. Cheese. Cheese. Okay, so we got the correct parent ID. So let's take the parent ID and make it to the find. Oh, we have to make a string, not an integer. Or maybe we can have an integer. 0.2. Yeah, we have to make it an integer. So yeah, press another. Make a string. here we want to find parent ID from the text. Okay, now we have parent ID also, so we can put it in, but I want to make it safe. So we have null, we have this one, and then we have parent ID, so everything is ready to be inserted. So let's just see if it works or not. Got one error. What is the error? Categories. So I make my category set. Save. Let's go to categories now. So we have set. So I make an A also. And then under bread, I want to make a special bread. And under dinner, I want to make a dinner from fast food, something like that. Just random. Okay. Categories. A set, very good. Under bread, we have special bread. And at dinner, we have dinner from fast food. So let's just make a text here that it was saved and return the user. Take feedback. Post, make text, get activity, change is saved. Category created. Length long show. Very good. Then move the user to the correct design. And the fragment categories design. So set main view, and we need the ID. So to move the user back to the correct design, we'll just reload the fragment. So we call for the fragment manager, get activity, get support fragment manager. Fragment manager.begin transaction.replace r.id fl content new categories fragment .class.getName.commit. So this will create a cool thing. So you can create a category, then we say category created, and we are back at our design here. Okay, so let's think now what I want to do now. Yeah, A should be at the top. The numbers should be at the top. So the list should be alphabetized. So to do that, we will just go to DB adapter and go to our select, number 10, and we'll add a new select. So just go to my website, Android. Okay, so we need to have the order by. So it's in our select. Here it is, select with order. So I'll just copy that one, insert it here. So we'll go to our main, now to our categories fragment, and find where we populate the list. Here it is, I think. So we want to order by category name. So I'll send in category name. And we want to order by ask. Okay, let's try to populate the list now. Let's just see if we get it correct or not. Categories. Oh, it has stopped. Yeah, I understand. It's because this shouldn't be in quotation like this. Oh, I forgot to see. Okay, still no, nothing here. Very strange. Let's try to remove that one. This should be ordered. Oh, now it's working. Okay, so we have this in order, and now I just want this also to be in order here. So just copy this code. Fill spinner with categories, here it is. And just run it. Categories, new, and now they are in order. Okay, so I think we are in 1 hour into this video. Yeah, over 1 hour. So I think we will quit now, and next video we will make the edit and the delete for each category.